Right, yes, I started to do a video on how to get onto the University of Chester Moodle, and it ended up being so complicated, I decided against it. So hopefully you've got your folders somewhere on your computer. I suggest desktop, but that's only because some people get a bit mixed up, especially if you've got OneDrive. It can get very confusing because people will save stuff onto OneDrive, and the problem with OneDrive is it doesn't save it as a new version, it saves it over the top, okay? And what I recommend is you always save your work as a new version. So you perhaps write the introduction, and then you save it, and then you save it as a new version, and then you do the next 200 words, and then you save it as a new version. And the reason for that is, computers have a habit of just losing work. If you know you've saved it, and you know that you've saved some of it, you can go back to the last time you saved it. I've had so many students over the years ring me up in a major panic. I've written 1,000 words and I can't find it, it's all gone. And you know, I can't go to their house and find it for them, and often, you know, it will be there somewhere, but who knows where. And they've actually had to start again. Now, it's not as bad as it sounds. Actually, usually we find we can reproduce it quite quickly, but let's not make that happen. Let's make sure that, okay, you may have lost, you know, the last 200 words you've written, you might lose, but at least you can go back and start from where you left off again. So for every assignment, the best way of starting is you go to your folder, and I will apologise profusely if I'm teaching Mother how to suck eggs, but you know, it's amazing how many people find this difficult. Start with your cover page, which should be in your folder, and save it. So we're going to go File, Save As, no, not like project, sorry, this PC. Where's, I have to do browse online, sorry. Browse, desktop, where's my desktop? Desktop, Disciples. And now I'm going to save it as assignment 1. Can't spell assignment. Never spell assignment. 1. And I've started my assignment. Okay? Assignment 1. So I'm going to fill in my J number, whatever my J number happens to be. I'm going to fill in the TH
That's easy
code.
to remember.
Yeah, that isn't my doing. Going to fill in the module code. We're going to write in Disciples context based active practice. Sorry. No. You all know about squiggly red lines? Joe, you know about squiggly red lines?
An arrow.
Yeah. Squiggly red lines means you made a mistake. If you do a right click on your mouse, it will give you an idea. Now, if you're dyslexic, that's of no use whatsoever, is it? No.
Because you don't know which one's
Because you don't know which is dyslexic. Exactly. But if you're not dyslexic, it is really quite useful. Okay. And assignment 1. Okay. Now, you haven't, on this particular assignment, we saw it was a 1,000-word reflection. There's no video to do, so there'll be no URL, so you can just totally ignore that bit. Word count, well, you can't put that in yet. You haven't started your assignment, have you? So, you know, just do it later on. With this very first assignment, we're not going to put anything in this feedback reflection. It's your very, very, very first assignment. You've got nothing to reflect on, okay? So we're not going to worry about that. I'll explain to you what you're going to do later. Okay? And title, you may have not worked out what your title is yet, but maybe we think, okay, it's going to be about prayer, so we'll stick prayer in there for the moment just to have an idea. What I should have said is, first thing you need to do is go to the very top here. If you double click on these words at the top here, it comes up with the header, and you need to put in your J number here. And your essay title. Now, obviously, as I've just said, because you might not know what your essay title is, you might want to do that in the last thing, but that does still need to be done, because that then goes on every page of your assignment, and so we do need it on there. To close that, big close mark over there. So you have the information there. What we don't do, and I have seen it, not just you guys but others, is take out all of this stuff as if it doesn't matter. Actually, is that what you did? Okay. I can remember whether I can't remember whether it was one of you guys. Yeah, it's like, what's up? Come on a minute. The cover page is the cover page. It needs everything in it, even if you're not using it at the time. So leave it like that, okay? Yes, please do not delete everything. I'm a bit
It's a learning curve. I left it gobbledygooking, I think.
Yeah. Please begin your assignment using this. Delete the useless text below. Back here, the format. Amazing how many people don't actually read it. Okay.
Do you delete the bit that says please use this page, or do you just?
Yes.
Yes,
Yep.
so you
All
delete
of that. All that gets deleted. Okay. What we've done for you is created for you a second page because we found a number of students didn't know how to create a second page. Okay, so we've created a second page for you, that's what we've done. Okay. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to have introduction. Now I immediately, as I have done that, can see that that is not in Arial. What should it be? Sorry, I'm giving it away.
You said
It's not in the correct font. What is the correct font it should be?
Arial.
You gave it away.
I gave it away. Highlight it, Arial 12, Arial, and 12 or 11. Personally, I prefer 12. Okay. So all of your assignments should be in that. Introduction. Okay. So you may then want to write an introduction. Okay. What is your assignment going to be about? And again, we will teach you about introductions and conclusions and what that looks like and all the rest of it. Okay. And as I said, I would expect that Glenn will actually provide for you that template that you can use. If he doesn't and you need one, always come back to me. I'm always happy to give you templates because it just helps having that structure to your work when you're doing it. So you've written 100 words, about 50 words is about right for an introduction, okay? I would say about 50 words, probably no more than that, especially when you've only got a 1,000-word essay. It might actually be 20 words, because you're going to put the majority of your words actually into your reflection. So I've written that, okay, and I'm going to go and do something else now, or I'm just going to think now about what I'm going to write next. So the next thing I'm going to do is do File, Save As, and I know it's all saved in the right place, so I don't have to worry about that. It's still saved there, or you can do Save As. Assignment 2. And then we're going to carry on with the body, so critical instance. That'll be the next title, heading. If you want to, you can make the headings in bold. You don't have to. If you're going to make them in bold, make sure all the headings are in bold, not just some of them. Consistency is the key. I always say it's better to be consistently wrong than inconsistent. Okay. And then you're going to save it again. So what you will find then, if I now go back to my folder on my desktop, Disciples folder. Oh, that's annoying. It didn't save that assignment too. Ah, right. Oh, yes, it did. There it is. Did it just come in? No. Okay. This is because I don't usually use it on my desktop. So save as. So you then need to go browse back to the actual place where it is. Save as to. So then, what I find with my work is I end up with lots and lots of them, okay? So you might end up with assignment version 3. So you send to me if you send to me, and I did this with you, didn't I? Assignment version 2, okay? I'm going to look at it, I'm going to edit it, change it, make some comments. I will send it back to you as assignment 3. What I would suggest you do when you get it back from me is save it as assignment 4, and then you can carry on. So you'll have lots and lots of different assignments. And then when you finally have finished it, you'll have assignment final. And you know that's the one you're going to submit. That's your final one, okay. The other reason I suggest you do that is because you'll write something and then you'll go, oh no, I don't like that, and you'll take it out, okay. Now if you saved it in, oh flip, I wrote something really good about two times ago, you can go back and find it and copy and paste it out of your old assignment into this one. You can also use assignments in different modules, so it may be that you're doing historical approaches and you think, there was a really good quote that I found, and you can go back and copy and paste it and put it into your new work. But you can only do that if you've saved all the copies, yeah? So just save the copies. Word documents don't take up hardly any space on your computer. So it really doesn't matter if you've got loads and loads of them. On this computer, if I just show you, if I show you, under person, where's it under? Oh, I was going to show you, oh yeah, BA studies is what I was going to show you. So this is when I did my action-based research project. No, that's not a good example, sorry. Simon and PCM. There you go. So, version 11, version 10, so I've got all of them in here. 3, 4, 1, 2, all the way through, various other bits and pieces in there. That's from a BA module I did. So yeah, so you know, it's best to keep them all in there, and that helps you as you go through. So start with the cover page, yeah? Save it, continue on from there, yeah? What else was I going to say? I was going to show you university website. Chris, have you been on the university page recently?
Yeah.
Have they changed it?
They have. So part of my fiddling while
Oh,
we were
right.
talking earlier
What's that?
was get my passwords.
Getting back on again, no.
You know, the whole, how do I get onto that? So I managed to, but they have
You've changed it.
changed it when you click on to,
Yeah, so
you
you're
have to
also,
then do a secondary.
yeah, that's right. So I'm not exactly sure how, because I'm signing on as a team member, as a tutor here, so I'm not sure exactly how it'll look for you guys, which is why I decided not to do it. But it'll be something similar to this. So you'll sign on, and you'll definitely get to this point here. And so it'll be looking for this pink box. That'll still be as it, oops, I've already clicked on it, so I need to go back, apologies. Yeah, so there'll definitely be a pink box with Moodle on it, and so you probably also have a library search thing here as well. So you'll click onto Moodle, and then you'll scroll down here to find the actual module you're doing. So there's historical approaches, and again, this will have all the modules of all the things we do in the college, okay? So it's going to be a case of scrolling down to find, there we are, disciples. Okay, click on Moodle site, and this is where it gets fun. It used to, from here, go straight to where you submit your assignments. But they keep putting in more and more sign-ins, don't they? Which is great fun. Wi-Fi's a bit slow here.
I think it might ask for your second sign in here.
Yeah. Right. So this will be different for you because I'm a partner of the University of Chester, and so it comes up slightly different. I think it'll come up with this one, okay, for you. So if I sign in here, it's a case of signing in again.
We know your password. Dot.
Yeah, indeed.
Sorry. It's that time of the day.
It is that time of day, isn't it? I didn't like it, did I? What did I do? Oh, I know I did wrong there. Oh, this is such a complicated system, it really is.
Is once you've got it, you've got it. And
I didn't have,
Yeah.
my they did a big change around halfway through the academic year, which was so helpful, not. I ended up with my password wasn't working. It was a nice, easy, simple password, working. Had to contact the university, and she said, well, I'm going to give you a new passport, not password. And I was really worried. And it's 2 words, a number and a word, and it's just so ridiculously long. Thankfully, it is words, so it's not too difficult to remember. But I do, yeah, it's really just does your head in. Right.
Hey, well done.
So once you actually get in, yes, that's fine. It actually then very much looks similar to our Moodle, which is going to be slightly confusing for everyone, I know.
So it's basically copy that.
So here, this is still set up from our previous students. We're in the process of working, well, yeah, we're going to see if I have to all empty so that it's ready for when you guys want to submit assignments.
I think it might. I don't think their assignments will be there. Will their assignments be on there?
Yeah, they are still on here. So if we click on here, which is what you'll need to do, and then you'll scroll down, and so you'll see these will all be set up exactly like this for you. Don't worry about some of these ones down here. So these are for students who weren't able to do their work when they had to and had to do it in the summer, and so they had to have different boxes. But you'll have in here placement consent form, assignment 1, and assignment 2. So you'll just click on this. Again, it'll look very slightly different, I think you'll find, because maybe they've taken, no, they haven't. So they're all the previous students working there still.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. So in here, what you'll do is you'll find these bits here, and then you'll find right along over here will be a little picture of a cloud, and you'll click on the cloud, and then that'll open up. And then you know that box I made you fill in, which you're all very confused about, I know. But at some point, that box will pop up, and you'll say submission title, and you'll go, oh, prayer! And I'll go, no! It's a J number and the TH number that goes in there, and it's a bit confusing, which is why I get you to
rewatch that.
Huh?
I think I'll
The
be
access,
rewatching
Yeah.
from the access code.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so helpful, aren't they? Those little videos. Really
Yeah.
well done,
Yeah.
Ellie. So
So-
helpful.
Well, that particular video I was able to do as a student a long time ago, but it is difficult because obviously the system's changed. So it will be slightly different. The way you will sign in, the way you will submit your assignment from here will be the same. I'm convinced of that. So it's just getting from the beginning bit to there might be a bit. But like I said, when we get to that point, you've got 2 goes of practicing and getting it wrong and not getting it in on time. That's fine. I can always, we can always do it together. But yeah, it's just show you a little bit about that. Has anyone, probably not, you're probably all brain dead now, got any questions?
Is the access course that we have, is that going to be available all year
Yes.
for us to, thank you.
Yes. Always going to do that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so just
that'll
keep
be
coming back
coming
to it.
back to it.
Ask.
Yeah.
And if you do forget, it's alright to ask, honestly.
Please
Just-
do. Yeah, it will be there all the time.
When in assignments,
Mm-hmm.
what would be a sort of a normal or expected number of different books that you would reference within your assignment?
Good, I'm glad you asked that. So we say 6 is an ideal, but 4 definitely, okay? You could have at least 4. And I would always recommend that at least 2 of those are from the books that the tutor has recommended, okay? So, yeah.
It's amazing how many assignments I've marked over the years where there's maybe 1 reference, and the message has always been between 4 and 6, please. You need to show that you've read around this and that you're learning about this subject, that you're growing. So yeah, please hold on to that.
Yeah.
4, but 6, it's great. If you find that you've got a few more,
Yeah.
that's fantastic too. But it just shows that you really are investigating the whole subject and you are able to see what's out there.
Can we use other translations if it's over a point?
Yep. So let me do it on this. So, sorry. So that's one because it's filled in properly, wasn't it? What happened there?
Maybe you didn't save it.
I
Or
don't know what happened there. Okay. Bibliographies, where do they go?
On a separate page.
On a separate page. You do. Bibliography. All scripture, I'll spell it, is taken from NRSV unless otherwise stated.
you don't
You
need
only
to.
have to do that if you
Would you
actually
sorry.
So for assignments, the NRSV is the Bible that you need to use. In terms, it's the scholarly theological Bible. So it just helps in terms of understanding the text. And you'll learn when you do Ali's module on Introduction to Biblical Studies, you'll learn how Scripture and the different versions of the Bible go from literal, word for word, to, what's the word like?
Phrase by phrase.
Yeah, phrase by phrase. So it's like an interpretation of the cultural context and then applied for us today. And the NRSV is the closest to the word for word translation. So if you use other versions like I Love the Voice version, it just brings another dynamic. You don't need to purchase a copy. You've got absolutely all English versions through Bible Gateway. So if you haven't used...
And a whole load of non-English ones as well.
Yeah.
Did you need to put the page number?
No, so what you have to do is this, okay? So Jesus said, feed my feet.
My feet. So that's the very furthest, that's the phrase by phrase.
That could be
Yeah.
The cultural
She
and
kinda like-
amplified.
They used to walk.
We've got to that time of the day, okay? So what you would do, if you were going to quote from a different translation, that's how you put it in your work, okay? So Jesus said, feed my feet on my sheep. It's probably not from John 6 there either. NIV, okay? And then in your bibliography, you write, all scripture is taken from the NRSV unless otherwise stated. You have stated it, okay? Don't put in your bibliography, the Bible version 1962, page 62, okay? Don't, okay? You don't need to.
I just need to put.
You don't need to reference exactly where the Bible is. You won't get to biblical studies. When you're doing biblical studies, I also say, try not to use study Bible versions either, because we get, there are so many, but there are so many great commentaries we can use that are better than the study books within a Bible type. NIV Study Bible is great for your personal development. It's not great for an academic piece of work. So and again, maybe actually this is not actually that, it's actually the message version. So, that's how you would do it. Yeah, exactly.
Love it.
Goes me. Be my feet indeed.
It would probably be more than the message.
Do you find wearing Birkies you do need to feed your feet because they get a bit dry?
Yeah.
That's...
So what I want to know is why didn't that save it properly? File, save as, which we should have done. Files.
You saved it as assignment 1 when you first put it up, but then you didn't save it again as assignment 2, that's why.
Is that why? Save changes with a different name. Well, there we go. Learn everything new every day, don't you?
Well done, Annie. Can
I
I
think
just
it's
say
lovely.
thank you? It's a lot of
It is
information.
a lot of information.
Thank you for communicating that so beautifully.
And you won't have remembered after that, okay? But don't worry about it. Email me again and say, what did you say about such and such?
But I guarantee you'll remember feed by feed.
Yeah, you'll remember that bit. You'll remember that bit. Right, I'm just going to turn off this video because probably have time for that.
Yeah. I wonder how would you